YouTube has always had weird corners that probably shouldn't exist. From questionable kids content to AI slop, the platform is plagued with at best low effort and at worst downright harmful videos that people should never watch. For what is such a mainstream platform nowadays, it's easy to forget how unfiltered the mid-2010s internet was. Anybody could post anything, and as long as it got views, YouTube would pay you. So tons of people tried their hand at this. From watching straight up gore and reviewing hentai, to what was pretty much softcore porn, you were rewarded as long as your video got views. And well, these got views. A lot of views. It's human nature to be drawn to the morally ambiguous. We can't help but click on strange, unsettling videos. That's why this kind of content thrived a decade ago. Much like today's fascination with true crime or police body cam footage, people are curious about the unfiltered reality of what's out there. And back in the 2010s, YouTube had little to no censorship on these type of videos. They would even monetize them in most cases. That's what caused the Elsagate incident, and even more in recent years, up until 2020. We had people like Plagued Moth who grew to hundreds of thousands of subscribers watching gore and other disturbingly horrible videos that shouldn't even be found on the dark web, let alone YouTube. Since the apocalypse though, this content has largely disappeared. It's now almost impossible to monetize anything too extreme. Even swearing too much can get completely demonetized. So you rarely see content that truly captures what the unhinged side of YouTube was like. And there's one series, one that I vividly remember back in the day. It gathered millions upon millions of views and ran for years. You might know what I'm talking about. It's People Ruin Everything. Content warning before I get into this, there's going to be mentions of indecent material involving minors, so click off if that's not something you want to hear. I'll try my best to keep it light and make jokes where I can, but when these topics come up, they will be serious, so just a warning. People Ruin Everything was a video series created by Elvis the Alien in 2017. His channel launched in 2015, but it took him a while to find his niche. He started out with gaming and commentary videos to moderate success, but by 2017, his commentary videos were blowing up. Some of them are his still most popular works today. Even I remember watching some of his older content back in the day. His Tinder videos were genuinely some of the funniest shit I've seen.
May I send you a picture of my penis?
Absolutely!
What the fuck?
It was super nostalgic going back and watching them for this video. Sadly, Elvis has the habit of deleting old content. So much of his early stuff is just gone. From what I could find though, he was originally focused on gaming and commentary, but wanting to find his own niche, he dropped gaming and fully leaned into this commentary genre, like a lot of people did at the time. Nowadays though, it's nothing special. He made videos about rice gum, Nikocado avocado, ASMR, all very saturated content ideas that every channel covered back then. But one thing he had going for him was his unfiltered and more mature outlook on some of the topics. You gotta remember, this was the time of Leafy is Here and like Memulous, so commentary was just seen as bullying children while playing CS Serve, never as an actual form of criticism. Elvis made very researched commentary videos though. It kind of gave his position more validity than other channels, so he did very well for himself. These days he's just a generic movie reviewer, but back then he was one of the greats of commentary. But he seems to have a weird gap in his uploads. It's almost like something is missing here, as if it's been deleted. From the success of his commentary videos, gaining him hundreds of thousands of subscribers, Elvis launched a new series which he called People Ruin Everything. Now, as Elvis describes it, People Ruin Everything is a series where he looks into the worst parts of media. The first video was focused on The Legend of Zelda. Essentially, he looks at Twitter replies for anything involving the franchise. Memes, fan art, fanfiction, even Rule 34. By the way, I'm going to be doing some incredibly heavy censoring, so I'm sorry, I'm not risking it. You don't get to see the full Minecraft creeper. And yes, this video is actually fully uncensored. Like, straight up Minecraft porn is shown and somehow it's not deleted. Like, this video is still up, it's just unlisted. You can go and look at this if you really wanted to, which I don't recommend. I'm not going to leave the link. It is pretty gross.
This is just a picture of rape. It shows Morty blindfolded, and it insinuates that Rick told Morty that there'd be a woman that would be playing with his ding-dong, and to just go along with it. But instead, It's Rick doing it.
Anyway, this first episode was standard and somewhat entertaining. Sure, it's dated and has some moments that do cut it close, but for what it is, it's okay. The issue is, now the bar has been set, Elvis knows he can show borderline porn, lightly censored, and get away with it. So what's next? Every single subsequent video just got worse and worse, more and more degenerate, but the series kept on going. From Zelda to Shrek, Fortnite, and SpongeBob, Elvis covered so many different media franchises with People Ruin Everything, but weirdly, they were all kids franchises. I got major whiplash from watching these videos back. They had seriously funny parts and high effort editing that went into them, but man, if I didn't feel gross watching these. It kind of reminds me of like an iDubbbz content cop, how the actual content is kind of good, but the person behind it is just a degenerate. Well, I don't know about good, but something about pyrocynical, like reading a Hitler and Shrek fanfiction for 5 minutes, I can't get over that.
A raping sound comes from the bushes. What is a raping sound? Please comment down below what you think a raping sound is.
Now, I haven't actually gone into why these videos are so toxic and bad, but I'm sure the idea of showing Rule 34 barely censored, or in some cases completely uncensored, has set some things off in your brain. I'm unsure if this was Elvis's goal or not, but People Ruin Everything basically turned into 10 minutes of looking at Rule 34, and that was it. Most of the videos that released didn't look into the worst sides of fandoms like he initially wanted, but just one side, the sexual side. And these video topics, Incredibles, Animal Crossing Adventure Time, series that primary audience is minors, and the series involves minors, you can probably see where this is going. Elvis showed a lot of this material.
Oh, good.
You're gonna blur that out, right?
Of course. No, I want everyone to see this. Unless you go to my Patreon, then you can see it.
It was a prominent part of the videos, and while I do think it's important for us to talk about things like this, it shouldn't be done in the way Elvis did. These things aren't just degenerate fans and bad parts of media, this is criminal behavior. They're drawing child porn, and again, barely censored.
Oh wow, Mom. You sure that will fit? I've never had one before. It's huge.
And even if it was fully censored, you could just go to the original tweet where he's asked people to send him the material and you can see all of it. He's giving people an avenue to this stuff and introducing them to it. You gotta remember that this series was huge, millions of views each video when they were still up. Eventually, he did remove them from his main channel and put them on a dedicated People Ruin Everything channel, which does have over 100,000 subscribers, but no content right now. It was really hard to find these videos complete, but I did manage to find a Reddit post with a link to the complete series. Lost media, spooky. This was a trip watching these videos back. It kind of reminds me of like dank memes. Oh, fucking dank memes. Who remembers dank memes? Fuck it, let's watch a dank meme video.
TikTok. Oh, you start. TikTok.
Was there a law back in 2017 where everything you posted had to be in the shittiest quality? I miss when being loud was just like the funniest thing ever. Can we bring back dank memes? 1K likes on this video and I'll make a dank meme compilation. What the hell is dank meme apparel? What is this store? Oh yeah, okay, People Ruin Everything was essentially just shock humor. You know, like, whoa, wouldn't it be crazy if we looked at Minecraft porn? The gross criminal parts aside, it wasn't fit for a whole series. It kind of loses that uniqueness very quickly. Like, seeing Rule 34 gets very boring after the 20th video, unless you're a complete gooner. It just really wasn't funny, and that was the only thing you could get out of it. Once that initial shock is gone, it's just gross. I haven't talked about the humor or anything because that seems like a waste of time. It was the 2010s, so it's all dated and cringe now. But even back then, I don't see Elvis adding much. He pretty much just reads what's on the screen and then laughs, like some kind of TikTok reaction video or Bentelect.
A lot of girls didn't like me this year, but their boyfriend. Savage.
How is this guy still around? I swear he was like begging an OnlyFans creator to make videos with him. People Ruin Everything wasn't successful because of its humor. It was successful because it let the audience view things they shouldn't. By coating it in a layer of irony, it was safe exposure to taboo things. It works in a more extreme way to, say, a reaction channel watching cringe content or something like that. Having that extra layer in there makes it feel less dirty or personal, you could say. Like you aren't actually looking at this content yourself, you're watching somebody else look at it. I'm not against this type of content. I'm all for mature and darker videos when they're good, but People Ruin Everything wasn't framed as that. It was framed as, let's look at some weirdos online, let's all laugh at the guy drawing child porn. A good example of this done right is this video by Jax, the worst fandom you've never heard of. It covered similar things that Elvis does, but with a lot more maturity and nuance. He didn't just laugh at CP, he went deeper than that, and that was honest from the start. Elvis's videos had nice, colourful framing, making you feel like it was just gonna be funny, lighthearted. So when he went in and showed all this disgusting shit, it lost a lot of its impact. Don't just take my word for it, the performance of these videos should be bad enough for you to see. YouTube doesn't understand why people watch videos, they just saw Elvis the Alien, big successful commentary channel, made a video about The Incredibles that did well, so his next video is about SpongeBob, let's push it to child audiences. This type of content was already in YouTube's sights after the apocalypse. He said he moved his content to separate channels as he didn't want to make those type of videos anymore, but in my mind, it was to protect himself. Separate his main channel movie reviews from videos that could get him banned, and the controversy that came with it. This video isn't the first time Elvis has been a target of criticism. People Ruin Everything situation, it gets very muddy. Elvis has found himself accused of many different dramas, but the biggest one revolves around People Ruin Everything, and more specifically, a certain name that is infamous online, Shadman. Because of the nature of this show, Shadman's art was featured many times, even as a thumbnail in his Fortnite video, which I can't show, obviously. If you don't know Shadman, somehow, he was a popular adult artist who drew a lot of stuff revolving media, but more importantly, kids. Yeah, Shadman was a pedophile, and he drew a lot of child porn, like a lot. He had a site named Shadbase, which Elvis the Alien frequently visited on many of his videos. While it's been taken down now, thank God, it was a home to just a lot of his CP. So Elvis using this art and giving him free promotion is obviously not a good thing. Now, I don't think he did this on purpose or with any malicious intent. Nobody other than Chris Tyson would actively support Shadman. In my opinion, he was just negligent. He got wrapped up in the content, wanted to keep upping the shock factor, and what's a better way to do that than show drawn porn of the Incredibles characters? Nonetheless, Elvis states this as a reason why he stopped making People Ruin Everything. I do think it was just a big mistake on his part. I don't think Elvis likes kids. I think it was an accident, but that doesn't excuse him from what he did. I used the wiki to find a lot of this information, and according to it, he posted a video called Why I Stopped Making People Ruin Everything and addressed the Shadman situation, but unfortunately, this follows the trend of Elvis's old content and has been deleted. I couldn't find an archive of it anywhere. The official link doesn't even work. There are some old tweets from Keemstar when all of this came out, because of course there are. Keemstar's a leech. He attaches himself to every situation he can. It's actually embarrassing. But when confronted with it, Elvis decided to just turn tail and run, deleting everything. His Twitter account, the videos, all of the videos addressing the situation, they're just gone. Now, I think it's important to say that accusing Elvis of supporting Shadman is a stretch. Elvis didn't commission anything from him, he simply just showed his art in videos and tweeted at him a few times. There's no evidence that they were friends or that he was supporting him financially like people say. It's entirely possible he just didn't understand what Shadman was doing and that he was known for making CP. The edgy and dark humor blinded him from the severity of stuff like this. I'm really trying to cut Elvis some slack here, but let me know in the comments if you have any other news on this. Either way, People Ruin Everything ended just how you'd expect. A blaze of drama and allegations, causing it to be wiped from the internet. The best way to describe People Ruin Everything was edgy. That's what it was meant to be, nothing more, nothing less. But nowadays, it's a lot clearer that it was no more than edge. It was promoting some disgusting things to an impressionable audience, and really has no place on the modern internet. It's good that these videos are almost lost media. Please don't go and look for them for yourselves. It's not worth it. I appreciate you all for watching. Consider becoming a channel member if you want to support me, and stay safe. Cheers, guys.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.